good evening. Come into Jaye Spot, replacing your G Spot every Thursday from 6 to 7, giving you real relationship talk, real relationship drama with the best night of your life. Your host Jay and Simply E, hold on, get ready to enter the Jaye Spot on IntellectualRadio-Podcast.
Good evening, and welcome to the best night of your life. Woo! You have entered the Jaye Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families one conversation at a time on IntellectualRadio.com. We are an iHeart station. I'm your host, Jay. Guys, I want to thank you all so much for allowing me to share this ride home with you on this Thursday night as you cook your food, pick the kids up from school, kick the dog, help them with homework. You all, yes, they do have homework. The teacher gave them homework. Yes, it's a few weeks in. Them jokers got homework. So please check their homework. Listen, make sure if it's anybody under 18 that live in your house, make sure all the doors to the rooms are open. It's that time of year, you all, to do an annual check, an annual book bag check, an annual social media check, and check and see what your kids are up to. Listen, you have to stop looking and seeing what this man and this woman is up to on social media. And you have to start looking and seeing what your kids are up to on social media. So again, it's time to just do a random book bag check. Check it out. Listen, Jay, what am I looking for? You're looking for anything that they are doing that they should not be doing. I trust my kids. Well, okay. That's as you should. Trust them, but still check. Okay, can we have that type of situation? Can we trust? My kid ain't never did nothing. My kid ain't never gave me a reason to not trust them. So I have to go through. See, that's that bad parenting. And listen, even the best kid, I was considered the best kid. And I was, let me tell you, I was a spirit, okay? I was considered one of those best kids. I didn't get in trouble in school. I had the best grades, just the best overall everything. I was super, super dope. And baby, listen, okay? It was always some foolishness. No, the other one. It was always some foolery going on. So yeah, so please check their book bags, check the phones, check the rooms, check the social media, because again, especially today, it's so much going on. And again, you may be saying, Jay, it's not that serious. I'm not gonna do that to my child, because I want my child to have the utmost trust in me and the utmost respect for me. And I have the utmost, well, listen, you can have the utmost respect and the utmost trust in your child. Just know that they are teenagers or kids, and kids are gonna do kid things. So if you don't know what your child is up to until it's too late, then you're like, oh, I didn't know. Well, I didn't know this and I didn't know that. That's because you didn't check. You had too much trust in them. You were a friend because you didn't want to seem like the bad parent and all this and that. Listen, it's okay. It's okay. They will live to be okay. They will learn to understand that what you are doing it for their best interest. So guys, listen, thank you so much. We have an amazing show lined up for you tonight. Listen, go to our YouTube channel, like and follow us there, guys. We are almost at 1,000 subscribers. Facebook, if you all go to our YouTube channel and subscribe, guess what? We'll be over 1,000 subscribers, and go over there and watch, because it's so much foolishness that's going on YouTube that is not on Facebook. So please go to our YouTube channel, like and follow us there, the Jaye Spot Radio, Jaye. Go to Facebook, like and follow us there, the Jaye Spot. Go to Instagram, Jaye, the Jaye Spot all three platforms. Guys, we have an amazing show lined up for you tonight. Listen, our first hot topic. Now, what do you all think about this? Because, see, this is where the foolery begins, okay? Now, listen, and I want you all to look. Let's listen and look at this through the lens of an innocent child. Okay, let me put that out there. Can we look through that and listen with that type of mindset and that type of understanding? So here's the scenario. So the guy, he finds out that the kid was not his, the little girl was not his after 6 years. And he wants nothing to do with the kid, that it's not his. But the family still embraces the kid and her family and invites them to family events, even though the man is not the father. What do you all think about that? Is the family wrong for still embracing this little girl and her family, even though it has been proven that he is not the father? But the family is still, he's been proven not to be the father after 6 years. So naturally there is a relationship there. There was a bond there, but the father, the guy that he's proven not to be the father, he was like, oh, bump that. He's like, listen, this is not my child. I don't want to have anything to do with her. So he says, listen, no, I don't want to have anything to do with her. She doesn't exist to me. But his family still has a relationship with the young girl. The family still invites her over to be a part of family things, and his family still keeps a relationship with the 6-year-old girl and her family. Who's wrong in this situation? Is the father, that is the man that is no longer the father? Is he wrong for cutting this young girl off and saying, no, you're not my daughter? So I'm like, no. I mean, look, the mother played these games. It was found out that she's not my child. I don't want to have anything to do with her. Family, respect me. I don't want to have anything to do with this little girl. Leave her alone. Leave me alone, and stop inviting her around places with our family. She is not our family because the DNA test says that she's not family. The DNA test says she is not my child. I don't want to have anything to do with her. Is he wrong for feeling like that? Or is he cool to feel like that? And then, you know what? The family is saying, okay, listen, I understand you feel like that, but we still love this little girl. So whether she is your biological child or not, we're going to still be here with the child. We're still going to have a relationship with this child. Is that wrong? How do you guys feel about that? Because I can only say for myself, I'm looking at this and I'm like, what would I do? I have a huge family, and I can't imagine being in this type of situation and not being able to acknowledge or keep the relationship with an innocent child. I just can't. Like, I can't see myself saying, oh, well, she's not his blood, so we're going to cut it out. 6 years, the baby is sick. The girl is 6 years old. There's a relationship, there's rapport that has already been there. So after 6 years, do you cut the relationship off with the child once the DNA test proves that you are not the father? Do you cut that relationship off? And if the father, God is determined not to be the father, should the family respect his wishes and say, you know what, listen, if I'm cutting ties with this child, I expect my family to follow suit and, cut ties with this child as well. Is that the case? How do you all feel about that? Or should the family say, you know what, listen, you're entitled to feel like that? Because that's the position that I would take. I'm like, I wouldn't try to be messy about it. And I don't think that things like this, a lot of times, in my opinion, they're not done out of being messy. They're done because it's a relationship that has been love. You love this kid. The family loves the kid. And it's not that easy to just cut off a relationship like that because the DNA test says that you are not the father. So, okay, you're not the father. Good. Okay. And I'm sorry that you're not the father, but 6 years, the family has learned to love that child. And although you're mad, rightfully so, you're hurt, rightfully so, but 6 years, we are the only family that this child knows. So since the mother was raggedy, we're going to admit that. We're going to acknowledge that. We're going to acknowledge that the mother was raggedy and ratchet for that. We're going to acknowledge that. We're not going to act like that didn't happen. We're not going to act like that. We're not. However, we're also not going to push a kid to the side because of the sins of her mother. I just can't, I'm gonna be honest, I can't see myself doing that. I just can't see myself unloving a child because the mother was ratchet and now I find out that this is not my blood niece. I can't see myself saying, "Oh well, well I'm not gonna be around this kid." Or no, all the kid. Oh, especially if there are other kids involved, and this is this child's sibling, and maybe they're all the kids. They all have the same father, and then you find out, old girl done dipped off, and one of the kittens in the litter don't belong to you. So now you big mad about that. So now for 6 years, you were the father for all of the kids, but now you find out that one of those little kittens in the litter does not belong to you. So now you're big mad, which you rightfully so. Do not let me say this. Rightfully so. You are upset. Rightfully so. Because you find out that this trollop has deceived you, has lied to you. She has deceived us all and lied to us all because we thought that this baby was biologically ours. But the father takes the stance on saying, you know what? This is not my child. This is not my biological child. I want nothing, absolutely nothing to do with this child. We can respect that. I can respect that. Totally respect that. But just because that's how you feel, that doesn't mean that that's how me as an auntie, I have to feel like that. You can do what you want to do. I'm still going to have a relationship because guess what? It's too late. This baby is already here. This baby thinks that we are auntie, and I'm going to be auntie. There will be, and I can tell you this, there will be no difference. There will be no difference for me as far as when something is happening for birthdays, Christmases, all this, you will get treated the exact same way as blood. Because again, it's not your fault that your mother was raggedy. It's not. It's not the baby's fault. And again, sir, I'm sorry that she deceived you and that she hurt you like that to make you think that this baby was yours. And it is truly unfair. And I'm not condoning that. Not condoning that at all. Hey, I said it. You're saying when you have been deceived, it makes you not want to mess with folks. And the little girl is basically guilty by association. So I can't say he wrong nor right, but I will believe he will eventually have a change of heart, hopefully. And that's a understandable stance on this. I said it. And you're saying in reference to the family still accepting her is a good thing because she needs that love after losing her father figure. And that's the point that I wanted to drive home. It's if you think that it's traumatic for the father, imagine how traumatic it is for a 6-year-old to find out the man that you thought was Papa, your father, he's not your father. If you think you're devastated as a grown man, see, because a lot of times we're only looking at this through our grown perspective. We're only looking at it through our grown perspective. We're not looking at it through the lens of the other victim in the situation, the kid. The father, yes, you definitely are a victim of this unfortunate situation. But so is the child. So is the child. And I'm not saying, oh, well, you know what, just suck it up. And I'm not saying any of that. What I'm saying is just understand that you're not the only one that this situation has hurt. So look at it from the kid's perspective as well, because you being an adult, your life has been turned upside down. Just imagine how that child is now feeling, because to have a whole entire family ripped from you, God, can you imagine how devastating that is? So I'm just saying that if we could try, I know, listen, I know it's hard. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. But if we could try, just try to be a little understanding. I'm not saying you, again, for the father, if you say, you know what, listen, this ain't for me, I'm not going to be able to do it. That's fine. I can respect that. But please don't get mad at your family if your family doesn't feel the same way. Please don't get mad if your family says, you know what, listen, I'm sorry she did this to you. I really am. But I want to still have a relationship with this kid. We love her. We're going to continue to have a relationship with her because we love her and we want her to be a part of our family. We will respect that. If you don't feel that way, we can respect that. We will respect the fact that you don't feel that way, and we're okay with that. We are definitely okay with that. But you have to also respect the fact that we feel how we feel about the little girl, and it's not the same way that you feel. So we're going to maintain a relationship with her. Again, it may be something that you're not on board with, and we'll respect that. And I would be like this. I would try to respect and not put you all in the same room. I would definitely do my best to not do something like that, because again, I wouldn't want to try to force a man to have a relationship with a kid and bring up painful things for him. Plus, it'll be painful for the kid. You wouldn't want to put the kid in position to keep being rejected by this man, because he's already made it painfully clear that he has no intentions on being the kid's father. Again, rightfully so. The not faulting the man and saying, oh, he could be the kid father. He was there for 6 years. He may as well go ahead. Not saying that at all. This is an individual choice, because this is not easy. This is not easy at all, and it's not fair. So if a man says that this is not something that I can do, I'm not interested in this, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that whatsoever. I wouldn't feel that he's less than a man, I wouldn't feel any of that. I would know and acknowledge that this man has had his heart broken. He has been disappointed. He has been deceived. He has been defrauded, because you made him think that this was his kid. So you broke the law. You did something wrong. You broke the law. So again, the kid can come over. Now I'm like this. Listen, the kid can come over. The mother, I'm not going to sit up here and say we're going to be sitting up here having kumbaya moments, because listen here, Wayne, let me tell you something. I don't appreciate what you did. So I may still be looking at the chick side-eyed. You not going to be, no, you can't come to the cookout. The baby can come. We'll come pick the baby up, but you got to go stay at home. You got to go find your baby daddy. That's what you got to do. You got to go find who is the baby, this little girl's father. You need to, so you have other things that you need to be trying to do instead of sitting up here being in our family's face. You need to go and find who her daddy is and try to fix that situation over there. But I would not, I would still, that's just the mother in me. That's just the nurturer in me. I would still have a relationship with the kid. I would still want my family to have a relationship with the kid. And again, we would explain to her and try to make this transition as easy as possible. But listen, it takes a village. So it's like the more love a kid has, the more well-rounded and balanced mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally a child will be. So there is no, you cannot give a child too much love. Like there is no such thing as too much love. Like you look, it's all just all these families. Now you ain't her real daddy, but if you still play a role in her life, guess how much that's going to benefit that kid. And then, oh, if she finds who her real father is, if done right, if done right, this could all work out for the little girl. This could totally work out. But see, how this will end up backfiring is because a lot of adults, we get all up in our feelings and everybody just everybody just on everything. Everybody just quick. We just say everything that just sometimes if we could just hush, everything ain't meant to be said, especially if it's negative. Like we will fire off with no regards. So sometimes just sit back and just think before we say everything. Everything just should not be said. So just like be cool and see how everything works out. Now listen, speaking of being cool and seeing how everything works out, what are your all thoughts of this? Now, it's being reported that Sierra and Russell Wilson have changed Lil Future's last name to Wilson. What do you all think about that? So they have officially, it's being reported allegedly that Sierra and Russell Wilson have changed Little Future's last name to Wilson. What do you all think about that? Do you think Sierra and Russell were wrong for changing Lil Future's last name? Or do you think that, you know what? Yeah, he was right. I don't see anything wrong with changing his last name. And again, look, it's so many different ways to look at that situation. So I'm going to look at it through the lens of the kid. So Lil Future, he's probably between 10 and 12 years old. So he has an understanding on what's going on. So I think that if they talk to him and he want to have the same last name, here's why I'm not going to give it a lot of pushback. Because Sierra and Russell have other kids in the house and they all have the last name Wilson. And now you got Lil Future. It will always be a stain over his head that he's not really a part of the family, even though he's the oldest child. But can you imagine? Just imagine that. Imagine it. But again, listen, let's imagine it from the kids' point of view. Let's look at it through Little Future's point of view. Let's look at it from Little Future. The mama last name is Wilson. All the three brothers and sisters' last name is Wilson. I'm the only one that don't have the same last name. Sometimes that can be a little challenging. And you know what? Listen, I can say this. Listen, I can speak from experience. Although my siblings and we all have the same father. However, I have my mother's maiden name. So growing up, I was the only one in my family that did not have the same last name as my siblings. Now, for me, you all, I'm kind of different because I always thought it was dope, especially, I'm gonna tell you, look, my father, listen, fam wasn't no, listen, that's all I can say. So not having his last name, I didn't want his last name. I'm gonna be honest. When I got older and they were like, "Oh, well, we're gonna just go ahead," because my parents, when they got married, my mom had me when my mom was out there dropping it like it was hot. Don't. My mama, listen. So my mama wasn't even. I ain't gonna tell her age, but my mother was not of age. My mama wasn't grown. I'm put it like that. My mother was fast. My mama wasn't even grown when she had me. So she was not married to my father. They later on got married after I was born. They got married. So she gave me her maiden name. Growing up, I never wanted my dad's last name. I just didn't. I'm just like, because I had already had my own identity with my last name. I'm like, okay, this is kind of dope. Like, and I never wanted to change my last name because when I was coming up, my parents, they did talk to me about it. And oh my God, I just remember crying. I don't want that last name. I like my name. Oh baby, I was just cut a rug. Okay. But all my siblings had my mom's married name. So again, and still to this day, I'm the only oddball that does not have my family's my mom's married name. I don't have that name. I still have her maiden name, and I never wanted to change it. But on the side of Russell Wilson and Sierra and Little Future, the only way I would say that I feel as though it's okay is that if Little Future wanted it to be changed. Hey, KM. Yes, we are here in Illinois. If Little Future wanted his last name to be Wilson, because Russell's last name is Wilson, Sierra's last name is Wilson, and his siblings' last names are Wilson. If that's the reason why he wanted his last name to be changed so he can feel a part of that family, I don't feel as though there's anything wrong with that. And you may say, well, Jay, he's over there, his dad is Future is still in his life and Future is his dad and this and that. Yes, Future is his dad, but Russell Wilson is his dad as well. So this is where, and I know it would be hard for Future, but he lives with Sierra and Russell. So I feel like if he was living with Future and his wife and their family, and they all had the same last name, then he would be okay with that. But since he's living with the mom and the mom has gotten married and she's taking on her husband's last name and she wants all of the kids to have the same last name, although I feel like it would be hard, and I'm just looking at it from a man's point of view. I'm looking at it from if it were my brothers or uncles or something like that, how would we feel? It would be unfair, and it's a tough situation to be in, but I'm always gonna advocate for the kid. So if this is what's best for the kid, then I think that it should be done. It truly should be. Hey, Cedric, you're saying she add Wilson to the end of his name and Russell adopted him too. Right. See, and that makes a difference as well. Like, again, so legally, this is his father. This man has adopted him to be his father. Again, is there any shade to Future? I don't know. Like, legally, I don't know what channels he had to go through to be able to adopt Lil Future. If Big Future is still in his life, I really don't know what state this was and what those laws are, but that would definitely be an interesting case to look up and see legally how did that pan out. How was he able to adopt Lil Future? unless Big Future gave him the okay to adopt him because Future wasn't doing what he's supposed to do. But I'm not going to put that out there. That's just a thought that came through my mind because I don't know. I haven't heard any stories that Future is not there. But then again, I haven't heard any stories saying that he is there. So I don't really know what Future's role in Lil Future's life is. But all I know is that he lives with Russell Wilson and he is molding him, and this is who Lil Future is looking up to. Not saying that he doesn't love his dad, because he definitely probably loves him. I'm hoping he does, but it's a difference between me seeing you on the weekend or me talking to you or seeing you every other day, opposed to the person being there in the flesh, pouring into you every day, being there with you, being your rock when you didn't have a good day at school, when you missed that catch or that tackle on the football field. All these things that Russell is providing to Lil Future, I think that a lot of people are not looking at all that. Look at what this man is doing. And you got a lot of people that would say, oh, he's a simp and this and that. Listen, I don't see no simp here. All I see is grown man. I'm sorry. All I see is grown man, grown woman ish. And for people that's saying it is simp, that's because you haven't elevated to this type of level yet. And you may not ever get to this level, and that's cool. But all I see is people making the most and the best of a situation and trying to make sure that the kids grow up to be well rounded. So yeah, it's a lot at stake, but I hope that if Future is in Lil Future's life, I hope that he continues to do that, because again, these kids, it's a village. You need the whole entire village. It's not just about, oh well, one parent. Listen, the more the merrier. Now he got two dads. He got two dads, and if Future is married to somebody else, then now, okay, I'm gonna stretch it though about this little look, because now listen, I'm gonna tell y'all, here's where I'm going to get a little, I'm gonna be a little biased, because being a mom is just, I don't know, you all, being a mom is just something different. Like, listen, if you didn't get them labor pains and you didn't push, and it's just a whole different type of relationship. So I don't know if I want my kid to call somebody else, some other woman mom. He can call her Miss Ma'am or something like that, something respectful. But I don't know if I want my son calling somebody else mom. If I'm there, or the kids, if I had more kids, and you know God forbid things didn't work out between me and my guy, and he's like, he's moved on to another relationship, and now we got this kid and we have to co-parent, and my kid is calling somebody else mom, but you live with me full time, I'm gonna have a problem with that. I'm gonna have a problem with it. You're gonna respect this woman, you're gonna do all of that, but as far as calling her mom, I'm not going. Now I know you may say, now see, Jay, you not right. You not right. You okay with Lil Future getting Russell Wilson's name and all this and that, because he's living in the house with Russell Wilson. Now, if my kid was living in the house with this woman, and this woman is actually being a mom to my kid, then I would have to accept the fact that this is my kid's mom as well, because she's doing all the mom duties. But if you living with me primarily and you going over there to visit your dad and the new wife and all this and that, no, she not your mama. No, she Miss Ma'am or something else, but she not your mother, because she's not putting in the time. Your mom is still there putting in the time. So therefore, she can be Miss Ma'am, whatever you want to call her. But if you call her mom, you're gonna catch a mouth shot. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna catch a mouth shot if you call somebody else mom. Now that's just me. Again, if the kid is over there living with them, then I would have to just chalk it up to the game. But you come home from your weekend visit with your dad, and you're like, Mom, and I was with my mom. I'm gonna hit you right in your mouth. You're not calling this chick your mom. You better call her Miss Annie, Miss whatever her name is, Miss Mindy, whatever it is. But you call anything sound like mom, mouth shots being passed out. That's just how it's gonna work. Mouth shots. You gonna hit a kid dead smack in the mouth shots being passed out for the kid. But I love this for Russell Wilson and Sierra and Lil Future and all their kids. I love this for them. I mean, we need more of this. No, he's not his biological father, but this is what is possible. And this is not even because they're celebrities or this and that. I see this. I know so many situations like this. I know a lot, at least 5 situations that I personally know of men that have gotten with women that already had kids, that brought those kids on and over to be a part of their families. And then this man has stepped up to take the reins to be the father. So that's why I might be biased, because I've seen so many situations where this works out. Like, I've seen so many situations where it's worked out. So, and I've seen how my family has responded. And again, we have a huge family. So it's just like, listen, we're not throwing away kids. Back in the day, how people used to collect bottle tops and bottle caps. We collect little kids like that. I mean, it's like, listen, it's 1,000 of them over here already blood related. What more? What harm is one more? What harm is 3 more? It's a whole slew of them anyway. We've stopped counting. It's how many nieces and nephews? I don't know. It's a whole bunch of them jokers. I don't even know. How many great nieces and great nephews? I don't know. It's a whole bunch of them jokers. You see what I'm saying? So what's the harm in one more? And that's how I think some of these families are, like a lot of families are. It's already a lot of people here anyway. What harm is one more? Or what about for the people that this was what they thought was the first grandchild, only to find out this is not really the grandchild, but these people, they can't let go because they formed a bond with that child. And you expect them to let go? They've had baby showers and they've done this and they've done that. And now you want them to throw it away because there's no blood relation. Sometimes that's hard to do. A lot of people cannot do that because, again, that's difficult to do. But if you're the type of person that says, that's not for me, like I couldn't see myself being in a relationship or being a father to a kid that I find out is not my kid, I can respect that. Not mad at that at all. Because again, we're all built differently. We all have different things that are important to us. So one reaction, there's not a one size fit all reaction for everybody. But I will say, let's try to do what's best for the kid. Like I truly believe that if we start thinking about what's best for the kid, I think that we'll start moving differently and making different decisions. But until we get to that point that we're actually thinking about the kids, then I don't think that, I don't think that our mindsets are not gonna change. Now listen, speaking of mindsets changing and doing the right thing, what do you all think about this? This husband, okay? This man, he's going viral because 5 women jumped his husband. I'm sorry, 5 women jumps a man's wife. And the man protects the wife from the 5 women, and he start laying them chicks out. What do you all think about that? Is this man wrong for jumping in to protect his wife? His wife was getting jumped by 5 women, and he's there. And so he jumps in to defend his wife against these 5 women. What are y'all thoughts on that? Was this man wrong for hitting these women, or was he right for jumping in to protect and defend his wife? What do you all think about that? 5 women jumping this man's wife, and he jumps in and starts handling. Listen, he was passing out the business. Was this man wrong for that? Because it's always said men shouldn't hit women, which I agree with that. But there are some exceptions. Listen, in 2025, I am going to go on record saying there are some exceptions to the rule. There are some exceptions. I don't think that you should sit there and let a woman hurt you. Listen, if he's trying to, and ladies, listen to this. Stop putting your hands on these men. Keep your hands to yourself. Some of these women are so quick to hit, throw things, and do all of this other crazy stuff. This man trying to get out the way. He trying, but you keep on grabbing on him and hitting him and how much control do you think that he's gonna have? So then when he haul off and give you the business, now you want to say, oh, he hit me, he DVing me and all. No. Keep your hands to yourself. And then you wouldn't be in that position. As far as for this man right here that intervened and protected his wife against the 5 women that jumped his wife, and he stepped in and started passing out that business. Thank you, husband. What was he supposed to do? Was he supposed to sit there and watch his wife get hurt? Like, I don't understand what people are thinking. Was this man that's a man? And them women, you wasn't acting like no woman. It took 5 of you all. Y'all didn't say, you know what? We gonna whichever one of us got the biggest problem with her, we gonna let y'all fight heads up. That wasn't the case. You all 5 women took it upon themselves to get 1 woman. So at that point, this man came to even the playing field. Have no problem with that. He did what he was supposed to do. He protected his wife. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. But you think he's supposed to sit there and watch his wife get hurt? I don't understand. Oh, he wasn't gonna do no man. Well, it wasn't no men jumping it. Because listen, as a wife, if I'm here and I see some dudes jumping my husband, we getting it. Listen, we finna be out there getting jumped. Because I'm not finna be sitting up here just watching him get jumped like I'm not. Like, I'm not, because I can't. Look, you can't beat no man. That's okay. Well, we gonna get bruised up together. We both gonna end up with some cases and some stuff together. Because you're not on my watch. They're just not on my watch. So this man, shout out husband for doing what you're supposed to do. Cedric, you're saying power to him. I would have put all of them in the hospital too. Absolute, listen, as you should. And now they're going to listen. That's going to humble them. See now, and then ladies that was in this situation, please don't have went back to the men in your family and told them that this man put his hands on you because he was defending his wife. No. You can't just tell the people in your family, we messed with the wrong one. We messed with the wrong one, and we got these mouth shots served up, and they were served up justifiably. We're not gonna be sitting up here acting like we didn't get this for nothing. So again, in essence, and looking about and thinking about this man protecting his wife, yes, he should have. I don't see anything wrong with, oh, he could have handled it another way. What way could he possibly handle it in that moment when you got 5 women on your wife? So somebody tell me, how can he handle that? Oh, well, he could have tried to get him off of him. Of course, put him to sleep. That's the only way you're going to keep 5. Listen, lay him down one by one. You got to lay him down. Lay him down. Now, when you get to the last one, if you want, you can let her and the wife finish it out. If your wife hasn't already gotten, badly hurt by when it was 5. So if she's in position to carry it out, then, as the other 4 sleep, you could let them carry it out if that's, in your wife's best interest. But if you see that your wife is already hurt, then yeah, you got to put all of them to sleep. That's just how it's going to be. Like, just good night, all of them. Good night, nurse. And, we going to go home. But we got to do better. We definitely have to do better, because all it is, violence is just, it's, come on. Like, we got so much other stuff to worry about till it's not even funny. We sitting up here having all these disagreements in the community, and look, the world is ever changing, and we're sitting up here focusing on the small stuff, and by the time we wake up and realize the okie doke is on us, it's gonna be too late. So please let us spend more time and more energy focusing on, waking up. Because again, when I say wake up, like consciously wake up, mentally, like wake up, it's so much stuff that we are oblivious to. And it's like, sometimes I just look at this stuff and it's like, we're falling right into the trap. And speaking of falling right into the trap, this next hot topic is nothing but another trap. Now, what do you all think about this? They're saying that, in a recent interview, they're saying that Vivica A. Fox, she has gotten a BBL, and they're saying that she got that because she is trying to compete with the young 25-year-old women. They're saying that. That's what they're saying. They're saying that women and older women, they also added that older women that get these BBLs, they're doing that to compete with younger women. What do you all think about that? And let me add this part too. Do you all think that there's a competition between older women and younger women? Do you all really think that that's a competition? Or do you all think that that is just social media infused issue, and social media is trying to make that an issue so that can just be another thing to keep? Because again, that's, to me, that only seems like that's affecting people in the Black community. Like, I don't really see the other people talking about, oh, well, yeah, Black, well, they women, this woman, she, she's an older woman, and she jealous of this woman, and she jealous of the young women, and things of that nature. Oh, older women are washed up and this and that. Listen, to each his own. When I see Vivica A. Fox and anybody else, any woman, older woman, getting BBLs, I don't think that they're getting BBLs to compete, because I don't think that there's any competition. To me, I don't really think that there's any competition. I think that they found a way to, oh, okay, well, listen. All right, well, this was, dragging and sitting down a little bit, but I done found there's a surgery out there that can sit bada bing and bada bang. They can sit them up and make them say boom, boom, boom. They can sit them up And I'm going to take advantage of that. I am going to put a little bit more boom to my bang. I'm going to put a little bit more boom to the bang. So that's what I think that they're doing. I think that that's what the mindset is. I think that when they're going and getting these butts done and all this other stuff, I believe that the mindset is listen, I got me a little bit more money. I got some money. I feel good. I want to look my best. Now, unfortunately, these BBLs are not making a lot of people look their best. I'm sorry. It's just, woo, leave it alone. Listen, whatever's going to sag, let it sag. Let nature take its course, okay? But I don't think that it's done in a competing type of way. I just don't. I really don't. Cedric, you said LMA. Oh, you said she needs to go sit her down somewhere. Now, why Vivica got to go sit down somewhere? She want to show it off. She feel like she got a little bit more to give and she want to give it. And whoever want to look at it and take some of it, listen, she's still passing out them trick-or-treats, okay? She won't listen. She looking for whatever sucker want to get a treat over here. That's who she looking for. But I don't think that she's doing it saying, these chicks just don't know. Because when I look at women, younger women, 20 something, I'm not jealous. Like, I'm like, listen, rock out. Like, I'm like, my thing is, here's what people are forgetting. I was once that age. The goal is to get to where I am. That's the blessing. That's the privilege that so many are denied. So we got to stop letting society make us think that there's a sin or something wrong with getting older. It's not. It's a blessing that is denied to so many. So don't sit up here and let people feed this negative crap and these negative stereotypes and these negative AI and social media generated feuds that are not even real. Please don't let people draw you into that type of stuff. Young ladies, older women are not jealous of you. Older women are not competing. Some older women feel like, okay, listen, y'all making this ish look good. I don't know what look good about the BBL, but here, to each his own. But they're like, oh man, I never knew about this. So they seeing y'all doing it. They like, listen, all right, when she put a little oomph in her oomph, let me go see if I can put a little oomph over here in my oomph. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes it don't. But just because you see them doing that, does that mean that they're jealous? Again, I don't think that means that they're jealous. I just think that means that, listen, she hasn't accepted the fact that, some father time has not, father time. Who is it? Father Time. Hey, you got to let them in. Okay, Father Time is coming one way or the other. The only way Father Time is going to pass you by is if you don't make it to see another day. But then you ain't got to worry about no BBLs or no anything. It's a blessing to get older. So, young ladies, if you're thinking that older women are jealous of you or they don't like you or whatever it is, I feel like it's safe to say for the most part, that's not true. Now, you do have a speck here and there that, listen, they mad and but they mad at everybody. So it's not even that they're mad at young women. No, they mad at everybody. They mad because the dog over there sitting over and lapping his water up too loud. Those people are just mad at everything. But if you're doing it right as a young person, then you will become an older person, which is a blessing. But ladies, like, embrace it. For those that are afraid to get older, embrace it. Because again, the only way that you're not going to get older is if your time clock has been punched at an early age. If that's what you want to go ahead on and join the ancestors, by all means. But listen, I'm not. Listen, Lord, listen, I'm looking forward to when it starts to sag and it just drag, and hopefully I can keep myself in shape for me, so we can kind of alleviate some of the drag in it, but it's like whatever you have to do to push it. Listen, sometimes you may have to just take the bra and wrap it around your neck and wrap it around your shoulder 2 or 3 times so that they can sit up a little bit. Maybe you have to take a scarf and tie it up around here. Do something to boost it up. Something. We know what the little secrets and the little tricks are. Fellas, y'all don't need to know all that. But do what you have to do to make you feel better. But I would say, listen, stay off them tables though. Ladies, please stay off them tables, because those things, man, them BBLs, what y'all gonna do when this stuff? You 60 now. Yes, Cedric, you saying isn't she almost 60? Yes. And I'm like, you picked the wrong time to go and get some foolishness like that. But again, if she's doing that and that makes her feel comfortable and she's satisfied with that, I mean, I guess. But she's had a whole lot of other work and stuff done. And what we also have to keep in mind is that Hollywood, ageism is so real in Hollywood. Like, they don't, like, Hollywood, when you get older, like, they will throw you away, like toss you away like trash. So I can understand her forgetting how it is to just be normal now that you're 60 years old. And she remembers when she was 30 and the phone was always ringing. But now the phone don't ring as much at 60. So I don't think a lot of celebrities even think about that. Like, you know what? I'm going to take this wave and I'm going to ride it for as long as I can. While the phone is ringing, I'm going to enjoy myself here. So when the phone stops ringing, I'm okay. I'm whole and I'm centered because I did this. I wrote it and I had a good time. And that's what we have to understand in certain industries. Listen, when it's your time, it's your time. Get in there and bang that thing out. Give it all you got. And when it's over, you can look back. I did that ish. Man, I did that ish. And now you can go on to the next phase in life. But I think a lot of celebrity women continue to try to chase that 30-year-old hit that they had. And Hollywood ain't for it. I'm sorry. You can see how they do it. It's not something that I'm saying. You can see by the roles that they write for, especially for older Black women. Like, there are not a lot of good roles for a lot of older Black women in Hollywood. And so that's why I say, go into it knowing that there's going to be an end. One day the phone will stop ringing. And when it does, you got to be okay with that. You got to be okay with that. Like I said, you got to be able to look back and say, man, those was the days, man. I remember this. Listen, I say that now. I say, man, I remember when I used to wear them whole heels, them whole boots, baby. Listen, understand what I'm saying? Had the boots all the way up to the thighs because I was able to walk in the heels. Now, I just want to be at one with the earth. I just want to be on solid ground. I don't want nothing. You know why? Because I've already done that. And shout out, when I see the young ladies walking by, see, I know where they going. See, I know, but see, I know where they going, where they been. They don't know, so I get the benefit because I've already done that. Now, I know what's going to happen to your ankles when you get in the 30 plus age range. Oh, I know. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. I know that your right knee is gonna go out, baby. I know you're gonna get up and you're gonna be like, oh shoot, what the heck done? You know, I know that you're gonna need a moment. You're gonna be like, oh, this knee right here just will not act right. See, I know what's coming as a result of them heels. I know what's coming. You look at them, you know, you get up again, then it should hit you like, oh, what done happened to my Lord in my hip? Am I paralyzed? What in the look? All kinds of ish is about to start happening, okay? So, ladies, it ain't nothing to get ladies. If you are an older lady, listen, embrace it. Embrace it, okay? Because you know what's coming. Know. You know what them hooker boots gonna do to them. You know. And it's not that you hating on them and you can't wait till it happen. And no. It's not. You just sit back and say, man, yeah, those was the days. Those was the days. Black Love on YouTube is saying nothing wrong with getting older. It's a beautiful thing. Absolutely. It truly is. And let me tell you, in each stage in life, it's some different ish that we're going to have to start talking about, okay? Because look, let me say this. Every pain you don't have to go to the doctor for. You just listen. One of my favorite songs, shout out to Crucial Conflict, West Side. They had this one song. It's called Life Just Ain't the Same. They like, life just ain't the same no more. Life just ain't the same no more. Shout out to Crucial Conflict because that was the most truest statement they could ever sing in a song. You know why? Life is a little different from 35, from 25 to 35. Life is a lot different, okay? Because see, everything was okay at 25. You go to sleep, you wake up, there's no problems at 25. There's no problems at 30. Now, when you wake up, now 35, things start to look a little different. You know, things start to look a little different. You could get up and you like, oh, shoot. Oh, God, I'm paralyzed. Oh, God. No, you're not, sis. You're not paralyzed. You're not. It's not the epidural. It's time. Okay. Life is about to change for you. Okay. Life is about to change slowly but surely. Oh, I'll work out and I'm fit and you can do all that. And then when you wake up and you like, dog, what is this pain in this pain in my neck? I just can't. Sis, you okay? You are okay. It's time. Okay. Life just ain't the same no more. Your body is not gonna react like it did when you was 25. Okay. It's a lot, your tolerance level is gonna change. Okay. You're not gonna listen, as you get older, you don't have time for a whole lot of other ish. Okay. It's just some stuff that you just like, you know what? I just can't. See, I got to get out of here before, because you just start getting agitated by clothes. Black Love on YouTube is saying you just got to warm up. Listen, you sure do. You got to listen. You got to make sure that you doing what works best for you because everything is different. It's different for everybody. See, my thing is this. Listen, my elbow. This elbow right here, you all, has just been hurting for the past few months. Why, Jay? Go to the doctor. For what? It ain't a doctor-related pain. I knew as soon as I said, oh, my goodness, it came to my mind. Life just ain't the same no more. Life just ain't the same no more. One time, listen, you say, oh, they say my hip hurting. Look, no. It wasn't my hip, okay? It was the bone. The bone in the hip, the greater trochanter, that's what it was. I felt like I needed a new one at one period in time. And then guess what? One day I just woke up and I didn't have that pain anymore. It went from the greater trochanter to the elbow. So this is what I'm saying. Young ladies, rock out. Live your best entire life, because we are here. Listen, honey, we are rooting you all on, because we know what's at the end of the tunnel for them shoes. And baby, the shoes that they have today, man, please. Listen, when I see them, I be like, girl, I love it. I say, beautiful, do your thing. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. You know why? Because I have a hard time just staying level with the flat shoes that I have. So look, embrace where you are. Embrace getting older. Because again, it's a blessing and a privilege that is denied to many. Cedric, you're saying you're sleeping on it too much, Luscious. You know what, Cedric? You are absolutely right. That's what I'm saying. Life just ain't the same no more, because back in the day, I used to be a professional sleeper. I used to be able to sleep really pretty to keep my hair. Now I don't. I'll just be up in there. If y'all remember how Garfield used to be asleep with his head up under the cover, that's how I am now. So I don't have time to have these calculated moves, and I'll turn around and I can sleep like this. And I don't try to sleep cute anymore, because you know what? I'm just not for it. I don't have time. Listen, I feel like this. I've been there and I've done that. And now I just want to encourage somebody else. Black Love on YouTube is saying, do you think the younger generation outfits show lack of respect for themselves? You know what, Black Love? Yes, I do. I think, now listen, their outfits, they're pushing it. And they, because I think the outfits that they wear today, a lot of them were considered the stripper clothes back in the 90s. So that's how I feel like that's what it is today. Wait, Black Love, you say I'm 29, but even I'm like, okay, OMG, yes. So listen, so some of those, it's like it's different. Those are the strip, like for me, that's what I remember. Some of the clothes that they wear today, I'm like, I remember that those were the stripper clothes like back in the 90s. So but again, no shade to anybody, because again, listen, when my knees and stuff was good, like I had the boots on that came out. Listen, y'all look, they used to wear the patent leather hooker boots. Baby, I had some patent leather hooker boots. Me and them hooker boots, you couldn't tell me nothing. You could say what you want to say, but you couldn't tell me nothing. I didn't care. Okay? Now today, if you can find me a nice pair of orthopedic soft shoes, I'm going to love you forever. I'm just going to love you forever, because like, I don't know. No, I don't. So I'm for it. I'm for the love for the young ladies. I mean, like, rock out, be beautiful, be great, be dope, but take care of yourself, take care of your temple, so that when you are 35, people won't know that you 35. You can still pass for 30. You got to take care of yourself. And I think a lot of times when you start talking like that, I just think that it's the people that control these platforms that try to push and pit Black people, Black women against each other. I don't really even think that is a real thing, because again, when I see a young lady, I love her. I'm like, listen, I'm auntie. Yes, I done begin. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all, I didn't realize that I was an auntie and a ma'am until I had just came off this cruise. And I'm just like, all the young guys, they was like, yes, ma'am, yes. I was like, what? Why didn't nobody tell me I was a ma'am before I went on that cruise? But now I've accepted I'm a ma'am and I'm an auntie, and I'm cool with that. And you may say, Jay, so what did you think that you was? I just thought I was just Jay. I didn't put myself in any specific category. Like I was just like, I was Jay, but I'm Miss J now. I'm Miss Ma'am, and I'm okay with that. Like I love it. Like I'm not for the don't call me ma'am. Listen. I be milking it. Listen, I'm a ma'am. Can I get the ma'am, the senior citizen discount? Listen, I don't went in places and asked, can I get the senior citizen coffee and all? Listen, because I don't care. If it'll give me a discount, I don't care. Listen, somebody told me you could go ahead and get the AARP. I sure am. When you eligible for it, because I can use saving money on my insurance, on all these insurances, on my house insurance, my renter's insurance, car insurance, mortgage insurance. A sister can use a discount. That's all I'm saying. A sister can use a discount. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. We're young ladies. I'm going to speak on behalf of aunties. We not mad. We're not jealous. We're not competing. Now, for those that are out here, they just mad because we can grab they man. Honey, listen, if you can grab him, he wasn't mine. He for everybody. So just like you was able to grab him, somebody else gonna be able to, you can grab him from me, honey. Somebody else gonna be able to grab him from you. So it don't have nothing to do with my age or your age. He's just grabbable because he for the street. So you got to put him in the grabbable, category. See, that's what you got to understand. Don't think that, oh, well, it's her age. She's older and she can't do what I do. And I just, no. You got to understand who you're dealing with. If you can grab them from me, somebody can grab him from you, because guess what? Because he's a grabbable type of dude. So it has nothing to do with age. Patricia off of YouTube is saying, you are really telling the absolute truth. Getting older in life ain't the same no more. But having this life in this season is truly a blessing and a great privilege. Thanks for being real. Thank you so much. Yeah, I love it. Like, this is some of the best time. Again, we're going to stop, hiding and being, letting people put all of this negative-ish out here. Like, if you have lived to you're 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, wherever you are, embrace it. Embrace it, because guess what? A 21-year-old just lost her life the other day fighting over a dude. You feel me? So it's so much going on that we shouldn't even have time to be complaining about getting older or letting people pit us against younger women. It ain't that type of party. So we don't hate younger women. We love you. We want the best for you. We want you to live your best life. We want you to grow older and be graceful in getting older. But again, just know that when you get older, things will change. Things will change. Black Love, you're saying, I understand completely. Us younger going for the older, and the older are going for the younger. And that is true. That is true, Black Love. But what I think is, so let's talk about that. Younger men or younger women dating older men. Now, back when, look, now I don't know if grandmothers are still saying this today, but like when my grandma was here, listen, I love my grandma and I listen to everything my grandma said. Listen, when I tell you, listen, if I had hooker boots on and I saw my grandmama coming, baby, I would take them hooker boots off. I would be walking barefoot down the street, because my grandma was not gonna know that her granddaughter had some hooking ways. My grandma wasn't go, because that's just the amount of respect that I had for my grandmother. So I was, and my mother, my past, all my aunties, you wasn't gonna see that I had some hooking trashy ways. I know some of you all may be like, Jay, you don't look like you, baby. That's what I'm saying. I'm from the era of, I'm so thankful Ooh, can we just do the drum roll that there was no social media yesterday? Wasn't no social media. Wasn't no social media. Woo! Yes, Lord. So now you can believe me if you want to, or you don't. There ain't no proof. Oh, God, thank God, ain't no pictures. But having my grandmother, like she couldn't listen. I couldn't do no wrong to her. I couldn't do no wrong in her eyesight because I never presented myself that way. However I was around my friends, I had enough respect for my grandmother and all the older people because that's how we were taught. So my grandmama used to always tell us, listen, when you a young woman, especially my auntie, all these are people, Lord, RIP to all the people that I'm referring to right now. God, I just wish that they were still here, but I'm glad that I listened to the things that they instilled in us. But they used to always say, my aunt and my grandma, they used to always say, and they used to call, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all, I don't want to say my name if they used to call me because then I may start crying. So I ain't gonna tell y'all my name that they used to call me. But the nickname that my grandmother gave me, she would always call me by my nickname. And then she would say, don't sit up there. Don't mess with them older men because them older men will drain your youth. So that's what my grandmother used to tell us. So we never really like to deal with older men. Now, did I always stick to that? No, I didn't. Okay, I didn't because it was always listen. Be honest, ladies, young ladies. Y'all know these old dudes. It's easy to finesse them, especially today. Oh my God, Lord have mercy. The older dudes, so they be thinking that they winning, but these young girls, baby, look, the finesse that these young girls got. I'll be like, get them, honey. Because see, today, these young girls, they not falling in love with these old dudes. They are finessing y'all behinds. But y'all getting on social media talking about some, yeah, we going, and we not, all old women over 35, they washed up and I say, oh, I love it. When I hear them talking like that, I love it. I say, Lord, may he meet a young lady that drain his bank account, his spirit, and everything else. May he meet her. May he meet a young lady that make him eat these crappy words, that this trash that he has uttered out of his mouth, may he live to eat those words. Now that's what I be saying. That's what I be like, okay, well, but again, it's, to me, it's an agenda that it's trying to be pushed again to just create a division. But we've always had this. We've always had older men dating younger women, older women dating younger men. That's not a new thing. The new thing is the social media fight in the social media pool. That's the only difference this time. So if a younger woman deals with the older man, the only thing that I'm always saying to be cautious about that is because when you're an older man, when you have an older man dealing with a younger woman, sometimes they've already been there and they've done that like a woman their age has. And so if you're not careful, you might allow him to stunt your growth and stunt the things that you're trying to experience in life. He doesn't want to experience it. He don't want to do it. You know why? Because he done been there and done that. So that's why a lot of times they may not be interested because they've been there and they've done that. But they gonna try to impress you and try to keep up with you and try to make it seem like they hip and all that. Young ladies, what y'all do is you say, you know what, listen, I'm sorry, but I got to send you back over there to auntie now. Because see, I still want to go to the club because that's what people do my age. We club. I still want to go out and hang with my girls because that's what we do. I don't want to sit in the house on a Saturday and pop pimples on your back or crack your back or stretch your knees. I don't want to do that on a weekend. I may do it for you occasionally, but this is not what we're about to do. I'm not going to bed at 9 o'clock because the club is just ladies free at 10:30. So I'm not staying in the house. That's what y'all got to tell them. That's the thing. That's what y'all got to tell them. Black love, you're saying they are stubborn. You learn why they single. I actually be falling in love with black love. Listen, the old folks just say these old dudes and old folks are just old like muse, baby. They say that they stuck in their old ways. They stuck in their old ways. But if you find a man, if you're a younger woman and you find an older man that genuinely loves you, I say stick with it. You know, but just know that there are going to be some differences, just because of the age. That's just a normal thing. Pretty Tasha, you're saying some people think that controlling is love when clearly it's a narcissist. You're right, Pretty Tasha, and we're definitely going to get into that shortly. Cedric, you're saying the factory. Oh yeah, old school, the factory. Listen, all of that and then some. But if you're an older woman and you like dating younger men, rock out. Now, see, my thing is I can't be Stella getting her groove back because I have a son. So I have a son. So I'm just like, that's call me. Oh, well, you don't have that's your self-esteem. Hey, you can call it self-esteem, self-esteem, whatever you want to call it. I cannot see myself jugging somebody my son's age. I just can't. So it's a no for me. But if you're a woman and an older woman and you don't have a young son, like say you got all, and even it could be uncomfortable when you have a daughter, a young daughter, and you date the dude her age. So I don't know, but again, I don't knock it, because I do believe that people can find true love wherever. So if you found true love in that person, then just rock out. But for me, it's I know for me, the true love is not in the stages of a 20-year-old, a 20-something-year-old. For me, that's already, because see, you know why? Jay, never say never, never say never. I'm gonna say never because you know why? The Lord know me. Okay. The Lord know me. He knows exactly who he made me to be. And he already know here, I'm not gonna be able to do it. But if you can do it, more power to you. I love that for you. So I love whatever it is that makes you happy. Do that. If you're getting older, embrace it. Embrace it because it's a blessing. It's a privilege. It's an honor to get older. It truly is. But while you're young, enjoy your youth. Take care of yourselves. Live your best life. A lot of things today is focused on it's so much fast living. And that's the type of society that we live in today. So young ladies, like, slow down in certain areas, because all of that, when you get older, it catches up with you. So live your best life, but make sure it's your best life so that when you get 35, 45, 55, 65, you can walk, you're like, man, this has been an amazing journey. My 20s were great. My 30s were great. My 40s were great. My 50s were great. I'm looking forward to seeing what my 60s have to bring me. Each change in life should be a blessing, not something that I'm getting older. I don't want. And look, stop complaining. See, that's how you look. Stop complaining about, oh, I'm getting older. You getting older. Yes, she's getting older. You're supposed to. That's what happens. When you live to see another day, guess what? You get older because you have lived to see another day. That's what's supposed to happen. You get older. The clock stops when they pour the dirt over you. So when they put a dirt over you, you don't ever have to worry about getting older because it's over with for you. It's a done deal. But as long as you are above that dirt, every day that you're blessed to see, you're one day towards getting older, and it should be embraced. It should definitely, but all seasons, oh, I'm I don't want to get 30 because I haven't accomplished everything that I wanted to accomplish by 30. Okay, well, extend it to 33 because 30 is coming. If you haven't reached what you wanted to reach by 35, extend it to 38 because 35 is coming. Like it's coming. So these marks are coming. Oh, well, I wanted to be married by this point. And I wanted to be this place in my career. And oh God, hey. I'm not saying don't have goals. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is stop getting mad at the clock. Stop getting mad at the calendar for coming because you didn't meet a goal that can be extended. That's all I'm saying. Because again, focus on, man, I'm thankful because this clock could have stopped. Okay. I done been in some crazy situations where this clock could have stopped a long yesterday ago. But the good Lord above didn't see fit to let the clock stop when I was out, having some crazy moments up in the head. He let the clock continue. So I must be grateful for that. And I must move on. And now let me fix it. Because here's the thing. I don't care how old you are, as long as you have another day, you can always achieve those goals if you work towards it. Now, listen, guys, we've been talking about our hot topics and having a great time, but let's get to what we really came here tonight to talk about. Are they too controlling? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Listen, we have all run across one or two of them in our lives. We love them, but sometimes their behavior, it can be a little questionable. You don't know if what they're saying and what they're doing, is it too much, or are they doing it just because they care and they're concerned? Some of us can and have come across people that we like to call, back in the day, we used to call them control freaks. But now I think we calling them narcissists today. Control freaks, narcissists. But I like control freaks. So a control freak is a person who feels an obsessive need. And the key word is obsessive, an obsessive need to exercise control over themselves and others and to take command of any situations. Control freaks are often very critical and judgmental. Again, today we're calling those people narcissists. That's what we call them today. Is that too much? What are some signs that a person is too controlling? What do you think? What has a person done to you? Drop in the comments what somebody has said to you or done to you that you have felt like, you know what? Oh my God, like this is too much. Like this is too much. They're too controlling. The first thing is some control freaks or controlling people, they tend to be perfectionists. Everything has to be perfect. The living arrangements, and they try to paint the perfect ideal for the relationships and life and just things in general. It has to be perfect, okay? From their perspective, they can be moody. Controlling people often tend to micromanage other people. They need to know what you're doing, who you're doing it with, why you're doing it, when you're going to be finished. They're constantly looking over other people's shoulders. See, controlling people, they spend a lot of time minding your business. See, that's what they do. They're minding your business instead of tending to the business that pays them. They all up in yours. Too much. All the time. Cedric is saying professional victims, self-centered. They judge others' behaviors. Judging others is a form of a controlling behavior. When I tell you, they listen, they can pinpoint everything that is wrong about you, baby. They see everything. Everything. You ain't did this. You did this wrong. You did that. Da, 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 da. All of this stuff. They see 10 things wrong about you. But they don't see one thing wrong about themselves. Oh yes. They don't see anything wrong about themselves at all. At all. They control their significant other's financial situation. They gotta be controlled. Listen, he making all the money, she making her own money, but he controls everything that goes on with the money. Or she controls. Now, some people in some marriages and relationships, they designate the person that they feel that is stronger in that area financially. That's not a controlling person. You guys came together and said, okay, well, you know what? She better with the money than I am. I'm gonna let her do this and we're gonna do that. That's not controlling. The controlling is you making your money and you want to handle your money. But if you don't want to hear their mouth and you want some peace in your home and in your relationship, you have to give them control over your money. You can't go, if you go and buy your mama a skirt or a shirt or something, they about to have a whole fit because you spent some money, your money that they controlling, without them giving you giving you an okay to do it, or they give you a small allowance out of your budget. Now, also, this can happen for some stay-at-home moms and some stay-at-home wives and stuff, that you're married to somebody that's controlling, and he gives you a small stipend. You're a grown woman and he giving you $200 to last you for the month. What the heck you gonna do with $200 so you can't go get your hair done, your nails done? Now, this is for the married people. All of that costs more than $200. You can't go buy you listen, you need sanitary items. What about just wanting to go out and have lunch and have they make the budget so tight that you can't do anything. They'll always keep you in a position where you have no flexibility, that they'll put you in position and keep you in position where you need them for everything. Everything. You need them for everything. You need them for every single thing. They constantly criticize people. You all, please stay away from people that don't have anything to say about anybody. Like, I know this one guy, baby, he don't have, it's like every day was a broken record, just always complaining, always got something negative to say about something, just some, oh, this women, they this, or stay away from men that bash women, please. Listen, I know some of you all are going to say, no, you, 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 women just don't like to be held accountable and this and that. Sir, if she's grown, you can't hold her accountable. If grown people can only hold themselves accountable, I'm a firm believer in that. A man, listen, you cannot hold a woman accountable. You cannot make her hold herself accountable. Women cannot make men hold themselves accountable. That have to be something that's instilled in you to want to hold yourself accountable. You you can post all these negative things. You can post all these nasty, hurtful, untrue things, and it's still not going to make a person hold themselves accountable. It's just not. So your job is to make sure your kids, your children are holding themselves accountable. That's the skill that you instill in your children. Stop treating the people that you're in a relationship with or you're married to, stop treating them like they're your kids, because they're not. So you can't hold another adult accountable. Either they're going to hold themselves accountable or they are not. But these people, stay away from men that constantly bash women. Like, it's a lot of them on social media, baby. And some of them are married. I'm like, listen, how you in single people business and all you do is post negative women bashing stuff? I'm like, do you like your wife? Is it something are you having problems at home? Like, maybe have a conversation with your wife, get off social media. I'm like, how you married and you got so much negative ish to say about single life? You don't even know what's going on out here for real if you not in it. So if you're married, stop posting negative single stuff, single people ish. Stop posting that ish, because you don't know what's true, because you not out here. So if you're not out here in these treacherous, slithery, single streets, stop posting that ish. But you definitely got it, ladies. Stay away from men that always criticize women, because it's something deeper there. It's something like, and a lot of times they like to say, women have daddy issues, which a lot of women do. But don't underestimate the fact that men have mommy issues, and those issues are real right there. Maybe his mom has let him down. He don't trust women. And listen, that ish can be real, and you will end up paying for that. Stop trying to rescue these dudes. You got to let them, they got to go take that back to the source and work that ish out, because you're trying to hold on to them and you're going to end up destroying yourself. So stay away from people, especially men that do all that criticizing women excessively. It's like every time you turn around, it's just something negative about women. You could be talking and asking, you're talking about the day, you're talking about coffee, and then they just break out. And yeah, these scandalous bees out here today, and they this and that. Like, wait, where did that come from? Like, why are you worried about what's going on outside? And you have me right here. Like, focus on what do you have in front of you and stop worrying about what other people are doing. They've been controlling people. They've been severely hurt in the past. Somebody has hurt them and they never got over it. I believe that controlling people, they put all these criterias and all these mechanisms in place to protect themselves. I think a lot of times people that do this, they don't even realize that they're too controlling, that they're overbearing. They don't realize it. I think that they walk around and they figure that what they're doing is going to prevent them from ever being hurt again. And that's why I think a lot of controlling people are like that. And they don't realize that it's controlling because they're doing it from a place of self-preservation. They're doing it from a place so that they can protect themselves. Pretty Tasha, you're saying some men complain about everything. Oh, baby, leave them where they are, because it don't get better. If all they doing is complaining, listen, drop them back off because they're miserable. I think some people are just, again, they've been through so much that the control issues are definitely a present manifestation of their past pain. The control shows up again as protection for them, but they don't realize that they're damaging and they're hurting the people that they are supposed to be in a relationship with, or they're hurting their spouses because of their past hurt and their past pain. So you have to be mindful of that again, because I think that a lot of people, they don't do it intentionally. I don't think that a lot of people that are controlling, I don't think that they realize that they are. I think that it's coming from a place that they are doing it to protect themselves, and they don't realize how damaging and how much and how overbearing it really is for the people that they are either in a relationship with or that they are married to. They don't realize, listen, I'm doing entirely too much. They are doing too much, and sometimes they don't realize that until it's too late. But you all, listen, some of these jokers are good. The tactics that they have and that they use, if you're not careful, you could be in these situations and not even realize, man, this is not normal, because you've been living like this for so long, or they've been doing this for so long. So here are a few type of controlling people that you may have encountered in this thing called life or in the dating realm. The first type of person is the isolator. Now, this is the person that they need to be your entire world. So they'll work on alienating you from other people in your social circle so that they can get what they want. Jay, give me an example of an isolator. Listen, these people that don't want you to be around your family, they don't want you to be around your friends. Oh, why you with your girlfriend? You hang out with your girlfriends too much. You talking to them too much. They single. They just don't want you to have no man. They don't want you to be happy. They don't want you to this. So now you stop talking to your girlfriends. Why you over your mama house again? Why you going over there? Is it somebody you over there seeing? You cheating on me? What you going over there for? You every time I turn around, you over your mama house. Before you know it, you done going over your mama house. Who you on the phone with? Now you can't go over your mama and them house no more. Now you can't talk on the phone with mama and them. So before you know it, they've isolated you from everybody in your circle. So now it's just you and them. But guess what? They can go see their mama. They can go see their people. They want you to come with them to their mama and them house. They want you to come with them hanging out with their friends. They want you, it's just everywhere. So they get to keep on going. Nothing changes with their circle. And now you got to be drug along like a little puppy with them everywhere they go. You having a girls' night and you bringing your dude with you. Because let's not make a mistake about it. Women can be controlling too. So this is not just men behavior. This is controlling behavior, period. This can be in men or in women. The next one is the mind reading assumer. Now this is a good one. This person believes that they know what you're thinking or feeling at any given time, and it's up to you to prove them otherwise. Jay, who is that person? What does that person look like? They ask you, what's wrong? You say, ain't nothing wrong. Oh, I know something. I know something wrong. I know something wrong. You sitting up here, you could be having a good day and just trying to chill on out, but they will grill you so till you just come up with something just to shut them up. I knew something was wrong with you, and you said to yourself, now something wrong with me. You getting on my nerves, but nothing was wrong with me in the beginning. The next one is the interrogator. This type of person maintains their position of control or authority by interrogating you with countless questions at any time you try to assert yourself. Baby, some of these people are so good, they will make you feel like you are on the stand testifying in court. Sometimes this comes in the form of them asking you questions about your life before you met them. Now, here's the thing. It's a difference between having a conversation versus being interrogated. Give me an example of interrogate. So, how many kids do you have? I have two. How many different men? Two. So, why you got two different? Because things didn't work out. That should be that. So what you mean that things didn't work out? So you mean to tell me so you didn't learn after having the first baby daddy, but then you go back and have another baby. Now, mind you, you done had your kids way before you done met this guy. So you haven't learned anything before, so now you go out and you have another kid out of wedlock. And so now you want me to come in and take care of you. Now you just started talking to the person. You like, what is going on here? So did you see more for yourself? Is this where you wanted to be? So why should I treat you differently than what your first baby daddy treated you or your second baby daddy treated you? Why should I treat you any differently? So they didn't take you seriously. They didn't value you. They didn't see anything in you. So why should I see you? Leave that type of dude alone. Leave the interrogator alone. Leave him alone. He need the Lord. Leave him alone. And if you are a dude that just listened to what I said and you didn't see anything wrong with how that conversation played out, you might be an interrogator. Because again, interrogators, they don't listen to understand. They listen to attack. I'm going to say that again. When you're dealing with a person that is an interrogator, they don't listen for understanding. They listen to attack. So you got to be very careful with dealing with those type of people. And if you're not careful, those type of people, they can play with your self-esteem. So I think that interrogator, that's a dangerous one. That interrogator and that isolator, I think that those are two dangerous ones. The physical aggressor. Now, this is the person that believe in putting their hands on you. You gotta to keep you in line. You see what I'm saying? To keep you in line, to keep you listening to them. This could be a chick too. She puts her hands on you because that's real. She slapped you because she saw you looking at somebody's butt, or she said you looking at her butt, or you looking over that too hard. Anytime things get physical, it's time to go. Like physical, that man, those are some absolute no-nos. Then the silent guilt tripper. Now this person right here is the trip. This person, they ignore you. They cut off all type of affection. They will freeze you out and give you the silent treatment whenever you don't do what they want. They'll walk away from you when you try to speak to them. They won't answer your questions, or if they don't live with you, they'll ignore your calls, your text messages. They'll even ghost you. Be careful with the silent guilt trippers. They will go and just act like you don't even exist. Listen, and some of them are even bold enough. Like I said, they'll ghost you, and you may be out because you done been crying for 2 days, 3 days because they ain't answered your phone call, and you trying to figure out what's going on. So you go out and get you something to eat, and then you see them with somebody else. That's that professional guilt tripper. And then you'll go, and now you're trying to get closure. They have none for you. You know what you did. Or they'll throw in your face all the things that they've done for you. I've done this to you. I've done this for you. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have this. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't been gone there. You wouldn't have did this. You wouldn't have did that. They throw all of that in your face. That professional guilt tripper, be mindful for that one. If you wouldn't have had these kids, now imagine you done had your kids way before you even met this Bama. If you wouldn't have had them kids, then you wouldn't be in this situation. Why are we talking about kids? Your kids is long, grown and gone, and they still harping on you. They harping on you like you got a 5 and a 6-year-old sitting there, eating Cheerios. And if you did have a 5 or a 6-year-old sitting there eating Cheerios, you had your 5 and 6-year-old before you even met them. You just met them 6 months ago, and they complaining about kids that you had 5 or 6 years ago. That you came to the table, you came to the situation already with kids. So if having kids was an issue for them, why would they get involved in a situation with someone that has kids if they were going to just get with this person and show out and act behind like that? Too controlling. Too controlling. You got to let people do what they're going to do. People are grown. Again, sometimes a lot of this stuff that we've just talked about, people call them narcissists. But narcissism is a psychological diagnosis. So I think that a lot of these things that makes a person too controlling, I definitely do think a lot of these traits mirror being controlling. But all of these stem from hurt, past hurt. I don't think that people just wake up and say, I'm going to be too controlling, or they set out to be controlling. I think that when people start doing these things, they're doing it so that they can protect themselves. They don't do it because they're trying to hurt somebody else. They're doing it to protect themselves. So guys, if you are dealing with somebody and any of these things, or 2 or 3 of them, especially listen, that isolator and them guilt trippers and them, listen, evaluate and do what you need to do that's going to make you happy, that's going to be safe for you physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and financially. But whatever it is, live your best life. Be happy. Don't let anybody put you in a position where you are uncomfortable to live your life as you. Guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor, go to our page and like our page at the Jaye Spot. Follow us on Twitter at Jaye Spot. Go to our Instagram, like and subscribe to our channel there, the Jaye Spot Radio. You guys take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, good night. Peace out. Good night, you guys.
Thank you for hitting the Jaye Spot on IntellectualRadio.com.